So you're thinking about taking an AP class freshman or sophomore year in high school. Cool. Now, which classes are you thinking of taking? College Board offers many AP classes for high schoolers to take, but some of them are harder than others and some aren't as common in underclassmen. In this video, we're going to cover the 5 most common AP classes for freshmen and sophomores. To start off the list, we've got AP Psychology. Psychology itself is about the study of the mind in various perspectives, including behavior, learning, emotion, and even mental diseases. This class is one of the most common in underclassmen because the content isn't as rigorous to grasp. There are a lot of vocabulary terms to memorize and apply, but that's more tedious rather than challenging. Also, the exam isn't itself too terribly hard, and the 5 rate is decently high at around 20%. I myself took AP Psychology as a sophomore, and of the 4 AP classes I took, AP Psych was probably the easiest of the bunch. Next on the list, we've got AP US History, or APUSH as we call it. This class is relatively common among sophomores for a couple of reasons. First, many students have already taken regular history in previous academic years. For example, the school district that I go to covers US history in both 8th and 9th grade, so by the time I'm a 10th grader, I was like, what the heck, I've already learned the basics. It won't be as hard now to develop my knowledge to that of a college standard. The content itself isn't that hard as well. It's not like the math and science APs where you need prerequisites in for example, algebra 2 or chemistry. Finally, if you want to get that required history college credit that you need for universities, if you pull off a high enough number on that dude's AP exam, you're all set to go. However, one warning though, APUSH is one of those classes that varies in difficulty based on your teacher. If you have a notoriously difficult teacher at your school, you might want to steer clear of the class or self-study it for the sake of your GPA. And now we have AP World History, which is actually pretty similar to APUSH. The content isn't too difficult and there aren't any prerequisite courses. The exams also have a similar format, both with a multiple choice question and the same types of essays, just on different content. However, there is one key difference. AP World tends to be more tedious and homework can take longer to do than APUSH. After all, the class does cover the history of the world and not just the United States. For example, a couple of my friends and I took APUSH, did almost no studying for the tests, were barely assigned any homework at all, and managed fine with an A on both semesters and a 5 on the AP exam. On the contrary, I know a couple of others who took AP World, went through an insane amount of homework and studying, but still got A's and a 5 on the AP exam. Now, if you like world history and want to take AP World, don't get scared. I know this is just an example, but the general consensus is that AP World is slightly more tedious than APUSH. But it could be the opposite depending on your school's teachers. No matter what though, if you put in the work, you'll pull through and be fine. Up next, we have AP Computer Science Principles, not to be confused with AP Computer Science A, which is a different course. AP Computer Science Principles, which was recently debuted in 2016, has become popular in sophomores because it gives general exposure to the field of computer science, which is rapidly developing. Computer science in college has already become much more common than, say, 10 years ago, so it's no surprise that high schoolers are also interested in learning more about it. AP Comp Sci does just that. It's a big picture course without prerequisites, and teachers can even choose which programming language to use. It's much simpler than the other computer science AP Computer Science A, in which students are recommended to have taken Algebra 2 and should have prior coding experience. For a student still fresh in high school, AP Computer Science Principles is a common AP due to its breadth, greater flexibility, and lower amount of rigor. The final AP that is most common among freshmen and sophomores that's on this list is AP Biology, which is different than the other 4 on this list. Unlike the others, AP Biology is known to actually have difficult content and an extremely brutal AP exam with one of the lowest 5 rates. Students take AP Biology for a couple of reasons, one of which is that many have taken biology in previous school years. In my school, biology is mandatory for freshmen, and many of them go on to take AP Bio in sophomore year. Another reason why people take AP Biology as an underclassman is to knock off one of those science APs early on. Those who want to go into the medical field often take AP Biology, but those students know that they'll also need AP Chemistry, AP Physics, and maybe even AP Environmental Sciences in the future years. So they want to knock off AP Biology early on, because if they don't do it early, then they might have to take two science APs together in a future year, which is like mixing baking soda and vinegar together. However, even though the content is regarded as challenging by many, if you can pull off an A in both semesters and a 5 on the AP exam, you're in good shape for future school years. Overall, the 5 most common AP classes that freshmen and sophomores take all have their different reasons for why they're so common. But if you're an underclassman and you don't want to take those classes, feel free and experiment with other courses. There's no law prohibiting you from taking AP Physics in freshman year, although you'll probably need a 3-digit IQ starting with a 2. Anyways, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to be the first to receive new content. And until next time, see you later.